Hi, it's Double 1975, and today I'm going to show off my armoured asp, my combat asp. Now, most people would only use an asp for exploring. I use one as my primary combat res hunting ship. PvE, mind you, no PvP with this thing. This is purely to come into res sites with other people. Now, I've always maintained that I like Lakons, and I did have an FDL for this job, and I got rid of it because I didn't like flying the Fer-de-Lance. It was just not me. It's the cockpit, the view, and no, I just couldn't do it. So I went back to the drawing board and armoured up my asp again and turned it into a res hunter. Using engineer upgrades, I put beam lasers on that can repair other people's shields, which makes me useful in a wing. And it's okay. It's not brilliant, it's not amazing, it's not that manoeuvrable, it hasn't got that much firepower, and overall you're going to need to have the police's help or a wingmate's help in taking stuff down. But the thing is, I don't ever res hunt alone, so to me it's fine. It's an asp masquerading as a combat ship. It's not really a combat ship, which is why I actually called it the Edweenie, because it's named after one of our old chickens that kind of thought she was a hunting eagle. She looked like one. She looked a bit like an eagle, but she was really just a chicken, and that is what my armoured asp is. It's something masquerading as something it's not. So I named it in honour of her. See, when I come res hunting, it's normally with someone like this, which is Salman in his dirty grey anaconda, or I wing up with AD in his courier, or in a wing with lots of people. So when I'm res hunting with lots of people, I now have a job, which is heal their shields and pop up and do just enough damage to claim the bounty. Here Salman is double ramming the ship because he rammed it and launched his fighter into it. Does that count as a double ram? That is like some sort of new maneuver, shooting your fighter at a ship. I don't think he did it deliberately, but it was quite funny. And as you can see, my armoured asp is perfectly fine at helping out other people in res sites. It's not there to do the primary job on its own. It's there as a PvE ship to do some damage. Now, would I recommend an asp as a combat ship? Well, no. It's not particularly manoeuvrable. As we all know, the firepower is lacking. The power distributor is lacking. It's got a fat arse. It's quite easy for people to get behind you into your blind spots. The hard point placement is good. That is the only good point, really. I don't know, you can have a decent amount of armor. That's another positive, is you can actually armor it up quite well. But it is like an armored tortoise. It is kind of like a turtle, battle turtle maybe. It's got this little cockpit poking out and this big shell on its back full of armor. The power distributor is woeful, as you can see by the fact that he's struggling to fire 3 small beam lasers for an extended period of time. But it does its job, and that's the thing for me. It does exactly what I need, and the engine noise is lovely. I absolutely adore low revving a asp around an asteroid field because it just sounds great. And that's pretty much me. I fly Lakons not because they're good, but because I love them. And as you can see, I'm useful in a wing because I can heal your shields and just output enough damage to be useful. I'm not worried about soloing stuff. I'm not worried about making this ship a combat PvP ship. It's purely my PvE ship. It just needs to be decent enough to do a bit of light res hunting and survive an encounter with a griefer. For that, I'm just basically preying on a bit of silent running in my armor because I don't think my shields can tank a lot. I have very, very weak shields, even with 2 A-rated shield boosters. But I'll upgrade the shields with engineers and we'll see if we can get some reasonable shields on the go. But that's it for this video. Don't buy this ship, honestly don't. Use a Vulture, 17 million credits, it'd be way better. But that's all, thanks for watching.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.